Let me fidget with that if I can. I want to edit this room, please. I know you're all going to leave. You're not doing anything anyway. You're in pause mode. It's totally fine. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours, back with some more Tavern Tycoon. Kind of. So, version 1.1 was released today. Big update, huge update, actually. Many changes to Tavern Tycoon. Very, very exciting. And here's what happens when I load up the game. Anyone see a save file in there? No, me neither. All of my save files, of which there were 3 different ones to make super sure I would never accidentally lose my save of Tavern Tycoon, all gone. Wiped out. Completely done. Unrecoverable. Can't get to them. Don't have my saved Tavern anymore. They're gone with version 1.1. I even went back to the developer build of this and see if they were available there. No, they're gone there too. The Tavern that we had created, that I had spent weeks working on, is 100% gone. It's just been wiped out. I'm super glad there is a version 1.1 and there's all sorts of nifty fun new changes to Tavern Tycoon. I'm very excited about that. I'm very disappointed that I don't get to continue the tavern that we put so much time into. So, here's the deal. I am going to start a new tavern on Endless Journey mode. I'm going to persevere. I hate the fact that we are starting from scratch. It doesn't make me any happier than it makes you. But I feel you guys deserve it. I know Tavern Tycoon is hugely popular on the channel. You guys tune into these episodes. You give me so much good tips and advice and things we can do differently and things we can do better. I know there is a degree of commitment about Tavern Tycoon on the wee hours. Now, that being said, Tavern Tycoon won't be on the wee hours forever. It's always going to be and always will be and always has been a variety gaming channel. There will be a time when Tavern Tycoon is not on my channel, but not today. I was having a lot of fun putting that tavern together with you folks, and I want to start over again. I want to see what we can do in Endless Journey mode. I feel we were doing pretty good. So if you guys are okay with it, well, we're going to start from scratch. I don't really have a choice. Do please let me know in the comments. If you are like, yes, please start a new tavern, very excited to see all the new changes that 1.1 is going to bring, let me know in the comments. If you guys are like, hey, you know what? You did the best you could with it. You got wiped out. It's cool. We understand. Let me know that too. But one way or another, let's start up another tavern in Endless Journey mode and see what we can do with this. And just like the last tavern, I'm going to set effectively everything on medium. So everything is going to be on medium, normal difficulty, medium amount of starting gold and starting rep, etc., etc., etc. Starting loan down to the lowest possible level, and we'll, of course, again, pay that off immediately when we start off the game. So we're not paying interest and payments on that every month. Earthquakes are off. We're not dealing with earthquakes again. It just made the experience so much more fun in the tavern that we were working on, just to not have to deal with the earthquakes. It's just busy work. It doesn't add any gameplay value. Let's start up yet another new tavern in Tavern Tycoon. Can you tell the frustration in my voice? Because I can. Sorry, it's coming across, and I apologize for that. It's just that you and I had put so much work into that, and we were really, I think, doing pretty well in it. Let's see if we can do as well this time. And of course, we've done this a few times before. Some things don't need explaining, like buying a clock immediately so we can pause the game. Let's get a name going. Now, what kind of name do we want for this place? Because this is... how about, in keeping with the do-over that we're doing, how about we call this place the Mulligan? There we go. That is the name of our new tavern. The Last Chance Inn is gone, erased, never to be seen again. So the Mulligan will take its place. Now we can accumulate some reputation. There we go. Okay, the Mulligan is going to be awesome. It'll be awesome if you don't erase it, Tutorial Ninja. Okay, well, here's the advantage that we have in all of the Tavern Tycoon that we've played. We have some good ideas about things that we need to do immediately. Our first building, let me just pan out here, see what we've got to work with this time. Now this is a little bit different than we dealt with in the Last Chance Inn. Last Chance Inn, we had 2 ways to branch out from the main building. This is just more of a chain. We can just sort of go in a line here. Oh, that's a fussy little building, isn't it? Ooh, yeah, that's very, very fussy. Okay, I'm already seeing an archery range in there. This looks like a really good spot for a lot of the happy rooms. We can build some nice, big happy rooms over there. And with this very, very squarish first building, I'm already getting some ideas about that, keeping in mind things that we've learned. One of the things I want to get going immediately, right out of the gate, is the research room. We clearly learned how important that research room is. So staff training, no. Research workshop, thank you very much. So let's get a fairly decent sized workshop in here, because just like the last one, I want to double up on the food research. Where do I want the door for that to be? Right now you can just kind of live there. That's fine. One of those, and give me another one of the ovens, please. Okay, good. I am going to get, I know we're in pause mode, but I'm going to get some people working in there immediately. So we need a maiden. M. Cannon, you're dirt cheap right now. We know that's going to change. Yeah, you're grossly underpaid at this point. Grossly underpaid. And actually, I'm trying to check if this is one of the changes to 1.1. There's supposed to be some new notifications making it a little clearer how happy employees are about their wages. We'll try and come across all of these little 1.1 changes as we go along. I did read the patch notes, but I didn't assimilate all the knowledge as well as I might like. You live there and do research. You also live there and you're also grossly underpaid. We'll fix that as time goes by. We know how to fix that now. And a bartender who is grossly overpaid but still relatively inexpensive, you can live there. Fine. You're not going to do anything right now because we're paused. So, very first room. What if we took this and made this, kind of like we did in the last one, a massive restaurant and bar? Just a ginormous restaurant and bar. What else would I theoretically need in here? I'll need restrooms, staff resting area. The staff room is going to be good. A big kitchen, and multiple bars. That's what I'm seeing right now. Let's see how that's going to fly. Let's put down... how do I want this to go? Oh, one thing I did notice from the patch notes, that just because I happen to be looking right at them, that sticks in my head, is the fireplace will now burn the plants. So heads up, let's not put our fireplaces right near our plants anymore, because they will burn, apparently. It's probably something the handyman would need to fix, but they will burn over time, which is, a concern. How about I throw a restroom over here? Got kind of a little vague plan kicking around in my head right now. Restroom over here, yes. Door on this side, and then all of my stalls and things along this side. And then bar number 1 can be right at the front door. Boom. Right here at the front door. Good. And I'm kind of wondering if bar number 2 could live over here. Will that squeeze in there to a point where I find it aesthetically pleasing? No, it won't. That's fussy. It could live... Okay, it could live right here. That's not bad. We could put, say, a piano right here. That might... Oh, that'll cover both of the bars nicely. Yeah, that's really going to do well at the bar. Can I even get that one? No, not one tile closer. Okay. Boy, those pianos are expensive. Speaking of expensive, let's pay off our loan. Yeah, let's just get rid of this right now. Pay the loan back. Pay it all back. Thank you. Good. No more loan. Bye-bye loan. Loans don't happen. We don't need that expense. Now, obviously, that was a $10,000 hit on our money, but over the long term, that's valuable. Okay. Kitchen. Maybe over here. Maybe in this neck of the woods, and then a whole lot of this. Or maybe, do I want the kitchen to be centrally located, like right smack in the middle of the room? would that enable the maidens to kind of move around faster? Is it the make or break thing? I mean, the few extra tiles between having the kitchen down here and having the kitchen centrally located, like right here, I don't know if that's the make or break thing. Okay, I'll have a think about that. I'm still thinking about the kitchen at this point. I may as well just put up the staff resting area, the restroom. Not the restroom. I actually don't mean the restroom. I mean the staff room. We'll put up the staff room. Show me that one more time, please. Cancel that. Thank you. Show me that one more time. 5x4 is the minimum. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about we do a 6x4? Boom, right there. Okay. You can do that. Your door can be here. This will obviously end up being some kind of corridor or something like that. I'll figure that out as we go along. Put all your basics in. Okay. And then give me another couch and another couch. That'll be good for the starting folks here. I'll maybe leave room for another couch down the road if I feel that's necessary. Okay. So far, so good. Research area. Staff restroom. Real restroom, 2 bars, piano. Good start. Maybe I actually put the kitchen right here. That might be a more sensible spot for that. And then with the door on the front, all of the maidens can kind of just sort of do their thing, so to speak. I don't know why I felt the need to do that in that accent, but here we are. So a good-sized kitchen with hopefully enough room. Come on, give me something somewhere here. Hopefully enough room to put 2 prep tables. Yes, can just get 2 prep tables in there. That'll cover 8 burners, so that's theoretically 8 maidens that could be going back and forth making food. Lock that in. I don't need 8 maidens right now, but I might, and I'm also seeing... Can I just get 1 more bar in here? I mean, I don't need it right now, but it's not going to kill me to have it. I don't want to go too nuts immediately because we're not going to have the guests to really make this worthwhile. Okay, stay there. You stay there. Yet another thing that I noticed from the patch build, which I kind of already knew, but it was always sort of in the back of my mind, more benches the better. Guests will not lose patience as quickly if they have somewhere to sit while they're waiting, which obviously makes not only game sense but real world sense too. So let's just throw some benches around there. We're obviously going to have our reception desk somewhere around here, I think, but I'm not sold on that because if I do all the guest rooms down here, which I probably won't do, again, we kind of touched on this in the last parts of Tavern Tycoon, but I'm not necessarily going for maximum efficiency because I'm going to combine that with a sense of aesthetic where I think the game is pleasing and fun to play. So I could, just do a line of bars here. I'm not going to do that, although I am totally okay with these 3 bars like here. They kind of make an organic sense, especially with the piano smack dab in the middle, and that piano is now going to cover 3 bars full of people, which is very cool. All right, what next? I mean, I'm planning it out sort of mentally. I wouldn't mind having a bunch of guest rooms down here because I feel the first things we need are food, drink, and somewhere to sleep. That's basically how any tavern works. And then we can kind of work on the happy rooms with another building. Speaking of which, how much does this building cost? Because it looks really big. It's $32K for that. And that's the next thing we have to buy. It's not like we can jump forward to the smaller building like we could in the last one. This may be a little bit more challenging to build up the money to get to that second building. Ooh, we may not get happy rooms as quickly as I might like to. I am thinking committing most of this area here to tables. And certainly the shared guest room, because we got a lot of action with that. That seems to do pretty well. And maybe, some of the single guest rooms. And then park the clerk right at the front here. Let me see how this is going to play out. So I've got a bunch of tables going down here, obviously. I'm going to park a fireplace right in the middle here. That's obviously going to be a very high traffic area, so people are going to come in and out of here. And now I'm not going to put the plants anywhere near the fireplace. Let's get those... Ooh, Yeah, we kind of already got one in that area. How about right there? Bookcase. Sure, let's have that. And another bookcase. Could I maybe squeeze that? Is that going to work? Oh, that will work over there. Okay. I didn't think I could get that close to the bar. Cool. Excellent. Now what? Let's see. Is there any more furniture I really want? Could I maybe get the sword stone around here? That's always a big hit. And I don't see any reason that couldn't live near the fireplace. So let's get that right up front. Let's have a bunch of stuff in here that people are going to dig. That seems valuable and useful. Okay, the shared guest room. I'm kind of mostly keeping this area reserved for more tables as we need them. So I probably won't even do anything at all down here. This is as close as I can get these tables to this wall. Unless I move the door. I wonder if I move the door if I could get a couple more tables in there. Let me fidget with that if I can. I want to edit this room, please. I know you're all going to leave. You're not doing anything anyway. You're in pause mode. It's totally fine. I just want to see if I can move your door. Yeah, move the door over here. Great. You guys can all go back to work at some point. In fact, can I just, thank you, move you in here? I have furniture to be moving around. If you could just sort of, thank you, get out of my way. Thank you very much. Right, now, can I, with that information, get some more tables in here? Yes. Yes, I can. At least one. So, yeah, park that there. Can I get one more in there somewhere? Be great if I could, Tavern Tycoon. Not so much, really. You know what? Hold that thought. Can I move this somewhere? Move that, say, there. Relocate your door. Edit that room. Yup, thank you. Relocate your door here. And then can I get another table in there? I bet I can. So table. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I'll put some benches down there. That'll work. I'll put a couple of benches down there. So give me bench and bench. Thank you very much. Those should fit just fine. Great. Well, I definitely want to get the shared guest room up, because I think that's a positive thing to have. That does well. Can we get this like that? I remember the max thing is, what, 5 bunk beds we're going to get in there, because that'll be 10 guests. And the key holder thing only holds 10 keys, and you can't put more than one of them in there. So we don't want to put any more than... where do you want to live? Where do you want to live? We don't want to put any more than 5 bunk beds in here, tops. That's the max we want. Perfect. Love it. Lock it in. Now, where the heck am I going to put the clerk's desk? Shoot. I should have probably made this a little bit differently configured in terms of actual shape and things. I could do... All right, I've got an idea. Give me a regular guest room that's 4x3. Well, just give me give me 4x3 going that way. Yes. One of those, and then all your things. So I can squeeze those 3 single guest rooms in there very nicely. I left some room over here to maybe do some more benches or a bookcase or something like that. And that should leave me enough room for the reception desk right in here somewhere. It doesn't really matter. Although, what would I put over there? Maybe some more benches. Okay, so let's do that. I'll just, while I happen to be looking right at it, I'll hire a clerk. You are a lot of money, and you're saying you're underpaid. So no, you're grossly underpaid. You're also underpaid and stupid expensive, although you were very skilled. You're a little more reasonable. You're mid-range, a lot of potential, overpaid, a little bit more reasonable on the money. You can live there. I also need some bartenders and some maidens, of course. And why don't I... gotta kind of keep a little bit of an eye on the money there. A little bit of an eye on the money. In fact, let's just get some people hired. So for right now, let's not actually be on that screen. Let's be on this screen, because this is the screen I want. You have nimble feet. Good. And I could actually train you up later to be even faster in that H-fine. And your stats are broadly good. Everything's looking good here. Okay, you work in the kitchen. And let's get a second maiden to work in the kitchen, please. So, Pothams, you're very, very underpaid, but you're also dirt cheap. You're a little more mid-range. You are actually quite skilled, quite cheap. You're underpaid, but we can fix that. We can work on that. I am going to tentatively turn the game on after I hire a couple of bartenders. I will probably hire a third one quickly. We'll kind of... You're overpaid and you're relatively... come here. You work in a bar. Yeah, you work in a bar now. Be at a bar. We'll mess with people's wages. You are dirt cheap, a little bit underpaid, not very skilled, but a lot of potential. You also look like kind of a psychopath, so you can work over here. 2 bartenders for right now, 2 maidens for right now. Research room kickin'. Clerk. Handyman. Handyman, of course. I think for this size, probably 2 will do me for right now. You are... Yeah, you're looking good, Rude Hale. I've seen you before. I know what you're all about. And give me another one, please. Yeah, for just this one room, I think 2 handymen should be just fine. Don't feel the need to have too much more than that. You look even more like a psychopath than my bartender does. Sold. Hired. Good. Okay, I think I'm prepared to turn the game on at this point. Oh, P.S., one of the other things in the patch notes is spacebar is now pause. So with spacebar, I can actually start and stop the game instead of having to go to the little pause thing down here, which is a nice small little touch. And while we're waiting for our first guest, probably a good idea to check in on the research department and see that everything's where we want it to be. So we want improvements and we want new recipes at the same time. What do we have right now? Salad, sausage and eggs, whole chicken, cranberry pie. Okay, well, we've got some free research potions, so we may as well drink them. Drink one of those each, please. And our mead quality, just like I said, it is right down the middle at 49%. So we'll work on improving that, see if we can get the best mead in the world. Because once they're done with all of that, then I can just fire them and then delete the room. So the sooner they get that research done, the better. I may as well start dealing with some of this stuff now, and ooh, there are new things here. What is this? Why do you have a little icon here? I get what you guys are doing. You have drank research potions? Is that what I'm seeing there? I don't know what a lot of this means. Oh, now I do. Okay, so H. Fine, who is a maiden, she's not doing anything right now. She's free to do something. Working. Okay, so the 2 bartenders are working at the bar. Somebody's researching, obviously training. All right, this is, unless I completely missed it, this is new to 1.1, is that you get a better idea of what people are doing at all times. Now, obviously, those 2 maidens are free because there's nobody to serve at this point, but everyone else is broadly doing something except for this handyman that's probably not very dirty around here yet. Okay, interesting little touch. Now I can kind of keep a little better eye on people. But now that I say that, the whole point of that was to deal with the wage issue before we get to the end of the month and everyone starts asking for a raise. So, Rude Hale, you could use a little bonus. Yeah, do that. Anyone else wicked unhappy? You, Gregory, can probably have a flat-out wage increase. Now you've got sunglasses. You are really, really underpaid. You're not crazy depressed about that yet. You kind of are. So you can have 2 raises. I knew I was going to have to do this right off the bat because I hired a bunch of people that were super, super underpaid. Now you're saying you're overpaid, but you're not wicked happy. Okay, have a bonus. And you have a bonus. Okay, hopefully that will just keep the wolves from the door for the first month. All right, we have our first customer who's already been hit by the fireplace and is heading to the bar after he has a bit of a sit down. Like, what do you want? What do you want? Moving to the bar. Okay, so you kind of came in, checked the place out, sat down, and now you're moving to a place at the bar. Good. Okay, now we should have a think about the good old wait leave policy that we all know and love. Well, I say we all know and love. Nobody seems to know it 100% because there's conflicting information everywhere. Nobody seems to have a clear idea of what the ideal is in terms of wait leave. But there are some things we definitely know. So let's go to policy. We know we don't have a gym. So if the gym isn't here and you want it, you should probably leave. We don't have a study. We don't have an archery range. We don't have an express shop. We don't have a gambling den. We don't have a spa. We don't have any of those things. So if you're coming in here looking for that, try to find something else to do. Everything else, I think for right now, we can set at leave. And let's immediately bump down the guest rooms considerably, because 600 gold ain't nobody going to pay that. So I'm going to start the guest rooms at 150 as opposed to 600. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if people will pay that at all. And then if they're okay with that, we'll adjust accordingly. We'll figure that out as we go along. And we've only got the 3 guest rooms anyway. I'm going to leave the shared guest room at 90. People seem to be okay paying that in the past. Didn't seem to have a big problem with 90 gold for a bunk bed. Armadillo Rat. First Armadillo Rat of the Mulligan. Got it, squashed it, squished it, dealt with it. Barbarian moving to the bar. Yeah, you're just waiting for a spot at the bar. No surprise there. I don't think there's going to be a lot of info because we don't have a lot of stuff yet. Now, you're still here. What's your problem? You're looking for trouble. Okay, Wizard is looking for a fight. Let's read the mail while he waits for a fight. Lord Peter obviously wants to visit, and we're still in that grace period, so let's definitely do that. And it looks like the research potions have worn off as well, so let's get 2 more of those under our belts. We've got them. There's absolutely no reason not to be using them. It's just speeding up the research. Lord Peter just walked in the door. You, Mr. Knave or Rogue, whatever you are, what's your deal? You're very, very patient. You're not real happy, though. You probably want happy rooms. I mean, you're not saying that you want happy rooms, but you probably want the archery range or something like that. We just don't have that yet. It's going to cost me a lot of money to buy this next building. I mean, it's a big, huge building. That's fantastic, but it's a lot of money to buy it. This may be a bit of a challenge. Just doing a little pre-planning. I'm going to edit this room. Mostly I just want to move the door over here. Yeah, lock that in. Everything else is fine. With the idea of maybe putting another bar against this wall. Just for argument's sake, does it fit? Just so I know for the future. Yes, totally does. Okay, don't actually want to do that right now. No real reason to spend the money. Certainly not going to hire another bartender. I see you, kids. I got you. First thrown out kids of the season. Awesome. Got you out of here. Lord Peter's on his way out the door. Let's see what he says. I like that he leaves me with the inspection results. 3.7. Dining quality is actually our big hit there. That's fine. We're going to work on that, Lord Peter. We're working on that right now. If you wanted to, did you actually, you usually drop off some new potions when you do that. You might have dropped off yes, received red research potion. Super. Thanks, Lord Peter. I actually am noticing we are not under the influence of those now. Keep drinking, people. Keep drinking. Yes, all of the potions. Drink them all. Well, with the broad fundamentals covered right now, this seems a good spot to leave it on the mulligan for today in Tavern Tycoon. Do let me know what you guys think. This is obviously a huge setback of losing everything that we were working on for the last few weeks. Do let me know what your thoughts are, and if you want me to keep going with this, or if you want to just like, hey, you know what, you did some decent work with the last one. You were terrible at it, but we kind of held your hand through it. You're good. You guys let me know in the comments what you want to do with Tavern Tycoon. I'm more than happy to keep the mulligan going until my save files are deleted again, or we actually get where we want to go. But let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. So just so we're all clear on the victory conditions here, I am last in everything. I am last in absolutely everything. 6th place, 6th place, 6th place, and 6th place.